Right. Now, do you feel, I mean, is there a specific moment that you were on this tour or you experienced this tour that you knew like, all right, my band is starting to, get new audience. My band is starting to blow up.
Well, for us, as I said, I started going to the tour as a fan, and then when we started the band and really started to pushing through social media and through touring on our own before we had a label or management or anything, we would actually follow the tour, and we followed the entire tour in 2008 and snuck in and sold CDs. And we sold 10,000 albums doing that, going around with iPods and headphones and putting it on people's ears, and to come full circle, and then like a few years later be playing in like a city like Chicago and be playing in front of like 3,000 people, and they're singing the words to the songs, and I'm looking around and being like, I remember this venue, and I remember being out there selling CDs while I was watching Census Fail play or Real Big Fish or Less Than Jake, and being like, one day we're going to be there. And then we eventually got there.
Right. Isn't it kind of sad that that kind of grind that you and a lot of other bands that have been doing for this tour, like a lot of those new artists will never know what that's like. I feel like a lot of those new artists don't even know how to go out and flyer at a show today.
It's a bummer, I think there are a lot of bands maybe that got lucky and kind of just exploded overnight, and obviously you can't blame those guys.
Right.
You would take it if you got that.
Right, of course.
But I think the problem eventually rears its head when you blow up overnight and you don't have to flyer and sell CDs in the line, and then you don't appreciate what you have, and you just take it for granted because maybe you didn't have to work at it. And I think the bands that paid their dues and put in the time and started at the bottom and really, really worked their way up are the ones that appreciate it more in the long run.
Right.